Streaming war is pretty much coming to an end, and all streaming companies realizing that they're losing money doing this. Netflix is still the top dog. Here are the top 3 mistakes that they've made so far, and you need to correct them quickly, or else they're going to be in the red too. Just like Disney Plus, Paramount Plus, everything else with a stupid plus at the end of it.
All right, so number 3, not doubling down on anime. They actually cut the animation budget. Why would you cut the one thing? Anime is super popular right now. Like, manga is outselling American comic books, and anime, which is the animated version of manga, is like the hottest thing in the world right now. You should have doubled down on it. Where the hell is the next season of Baki and the next season of Kengan Ashura? And just, how about, instead of throwing $150 million to another The Rock movie that's going to not bring any subscribers, how about you go to Japan and just buy a bunch of anime and shit and, like, advertise it? Like, promote the shit out of it. Like, why the hell is the My Hero Academia and all these stuff not debuting on Netflix? You got enough money based on the subscribers per month that you have or whatnot. So double down on anime. Get more of it. Go get the niche shit that, like, barely anybody hears about. The new and upcoming stuff. Talk to people that are in the anime, the know, and get the new shit and get on top. Number 2, not listening to Henry Cavill and basically forcing him to quit The Witcher. It was like your number 2 show behind Stranger Things. You don't exactly have a lot of programming that draws in a lot of people besides Stranger Things, and The Witcher was one of them, despite season 2 being kind of shitty because they went girl boss woke mode with it and stuff. Still, Henry Cavill is popular enough. He gets the women's panties wet, and the women want to see him. Even though you cut his role, you diminished his role, and it's not even based off the movies, or the video games or the books anymore and whatnot, but you made him walk because the showrunner refused to stick to the source material and started doing fan fiction. And now that show's going to go down the tank, and now what should have been the Game of Thrones offshoot that should have gone for 7-8 seasons that would have drawn in lots of viewers is gone. And now what are you going to do? You're going to go ahead with Liam Hemsworth, the other Hemsworth, not Thor. Ooh, that was a mistake. So letting Superman Henry Cavill The
walk
number 1
with
thing Netflix has been messing up on is spending way too much money on crappy content. Most noticeably, the newest thing, Cleopatra. The mockumentary based upon Cleopatra, which is currently sitting at a 1% on Rotten Tomatoes with audience score and a 10% with critic scores, because they race swapped for a documentary to a black girl. Cleopatra is Greek and Egyptian, and even the country of Egypt hates that. And once again, they keep making this horrible program and these horrible documentaries. Every now and then you'll get the Jeffrey Dahmer one, which is really good. You'll get a rare movie that's really good, but most of the Netflix original movies are garbage. Most of the original programming is trash, and even the good shows get canceled after a couple seasons. They need to stop wasting money, stop blowing the money on The Rock movies, stop blowing money on fake documentaries like Cleopatra. Cleopatra is not black. Stop it. Stop that nonsense. And just start spending the money on better. How do you fix this? Well, you need better showrunners. You need better writers that are going to stick to the source material. You need to go out and get video game properties and do them right. Like Castlevania. Castlevania was really amazing anime that stuck to the lore. It was awesome. It was well received. And you need more stuff like Stranger Things and like shows like that. You need less Cleopatras. You need less of the shovelware that's on this. It reminds me of the Nintendo Wii, which had like about 5 or 6 really good games, like all-time bangers, like Mario Brothers, Smash Brothers, and a whole bunch of like shovelware bullshit that nobody cared about that were like 2s and below and whatnot. So you need to start getting better writers. Unfortunately, there's a writer's strike going on right now. It's going to be kind of a problem and stuff. But once that's over, hire better showrunners, hire better writers, vet these people, man. Check the background. Stop hiring activists to write and run your shows and making the talent. All these other streaming services, they're going to have to decide, do you want to make money or continue to be in the red? And the reason that companies made money is because they sold all their content to Netflix. And Netflix was the one hub place to watch The Office and like all the television shows and everything. And they divided the pie up between like 8 different streaming services, and now nobody's making money. And then it's going to force a lot of people to shut down because keep managing these streaming services costs a lot of money and whatnot. Like, ask Google how much they lose on YouTube because Google owns YouTube or whatnot. But yeah, they're going to have to stop this whole 18 different streaming services. We can't afford it. We're in a recession. I'm tired of going to 5 different streaming services. I have 2. I have Hulu and HBO Max. I'm about to drop probably Hulu. And I used to have Netflix, and I got rid of that. Because I can't afford 15, 20, 25, and they keep raising the prices. And Disney Plus just lost another $4 million. That's going nowhere. Disney. So my final prediction, I think most of the streaming services are going away. Disney's going to stay there because they got the theme parks to back them up and whatnot. And they've got government funding. They've got secret backers giving them money and whatnot. I think HBO Max, which is Max now, is going to be around because Warner Brothers has DC. They have enough good standing with HBO, with Game of Thrones and all that. Amazon Prime, of course, because everybody has Prime. Nobody watches the content on it. Amazon Prime has got some trash stuff on that thing too. I like The Boys. I like The Terminal List. The rest of that stuff is not good. They're going to have to start stepping their game up, getting stopped. Listen, you can't just throw money at stuff. I understand that this show that we made is $150 million and the freaking Lord of the Rings show is expensive, but the trash. You need good shows. You can't just throw money at a problem. Microsoft is experiencing that right now with Xbox. All right, now, yeah, there's going to be a handful of streaming services, and I think those streaming services are either going to have to, come to a deal where they combine or they're going to have to sell off their content.